The Tour of Dinosaur World. Narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Hey guys and gals, Morgan H. Freeman here, continuing your awesome tour of the Dinosaur World. If you look to our left, you'll see our next exhibit. That's no 6-foot turkey you're looking at. That's the Velociraptors.
Are you? These are real dinosaurs! I gotta get closer!
These creatures have large hands with 3 strongly curved claws. I wouldn't get too close. Alright guys, if you're getting value from this Dinosaur World tour, make sure you smash that like and subscribe.
Hi guys! Thank you so much for coming back. We are the Guys of the Beholder. We are still in this refurbished set because we were talking about Dinosaur World, and we worked hard to make this set a possibility, and we're going to use it at least twice. Today, like I said, we're talking about Dinosaur World, and we're going to tell you what we think about it, what we liked about it, what the highs were, what the lows were, what we think they could have done better, and some tips for you guys if you ever plan on playing it. Tony, what else more would you like to talk about the game?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is Dinosaur World. It was made by the publisher Pandasaurus Games. Very clever titles there. Yeah, you see what they did there.
Yeah.
Lead designer Brian Lewis also did Dinosaur Island.
Whoa. Does he like dinosaurs?
I think he might. He also did a Dinosaur Roar and Write. So
Roar
it's
and Write.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait. What?
Yeah, so essentially
It's
you...
roar and write? Like roar like rar.
Rar. Yeah.
Okay.
Rar and Write, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
But essentially you like roll dice and they have different things on it and you draw it on a little mat and you make an own little park with like drawing on the mat instead of like this whole thing that this is.
The thing.
The thing that it is, which is large, you just draw on a little mat instead. It's pretty cool and neat looking, but yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Neat.
Yeah.
Neat,
so this
neat,
was...
neat.
2021 new game.
Yeah, new.
Okay.
New.
Yeah, because I remember seeing Dinosaur Island.
Yeah.
And then I saw this. I'm like, well, world's bigger than Island.
Exactly.
Oh, there it is.
Well, let's start with just a small overview of the game and its mechanics, just so people know what we are complaining and or not complaining and praising about. In Dinosaur World, we work to build our own dinosaur-themed parks.
Okay.
Where we genetically grow our own
Yeah, you see
dinosaurs.
these little scientists making dinosaurs?
Making dinosaurs on the cover, which you can't quite see right now.
Unique
but
and original idea.
IP. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before.
No,
I've
I
never
think
seen-
it makes some money if it did.
Yeah.
No major motion pictures starring Laura Dern or Sam Neill.
No
or,
books written by
or
legendary
Jeff
sci-fi
Goldblum.
writers.
Walter Crichton. No.
Michael
Crichton.
Yeah, he's your name, but
Yeah. It's not like I was named after him or anything.
he wasn't.
No.
It's,
Could have fooled me, man. If you said yes, I would have been all in on it, man. I'm like, cool.
He's heard this story before.
Yeah.
But it
What's the objective of the game?
the objective of the game is to have the best theme park, to have the most victory points, which you earn by creating dinosaurs, by creating attractions, and making money. But that's the game in a nutshell. And now let's go ahead and jump into, do we want to talk about what we like about it or what we dislike about it first?
Let's talk about what we like about it, because I know we have a lot to say about what we don't like about it.
As a whole, I think we appreciate dinosaurs.
We love dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are pretty dope.
It's quite literally the only reason I played this game.
Yeah.
the only reason I bought this game.
Exactly.
Blanket statement, we're just pleased with dinosaurs right off rip, is what Larry's trying to say.
Yeah, I don't think any of us enjoy Jurassic Park at all.
No.
You know, definitely not enough to cosplay as one of the characters from it.
Certainly not.
Yeah.
Or make references all the time.
Constantly. Or be listening to the audiobook when they pick someone up from the train station.
Right.
Yeah.
That did not happen today.
Yeah, it did.
But why don't you go a bit deeper and talk about more, not just dinosaurs, what you like about this game, Larry?
They have wacky little dinosaur things that you can do. Like, they have this Triceratops ring toss. That makes me laugh. They have this grill and velociraptor thing. Also makes me giggle. Are they cooking? Are they cooking next to the dinosaurs?
They have the little tiny chef hat.
Right.
Do they have chef hats? Are they the servers? Is there just a porch? There's some dinosaurs out there? I don't know. It's the imagination.
Yeah.
And then there's also the water ski T-Rex. Like, is he just on the shores or skiing? And you're waving, he's waving back.
Are you jumping the T-Rex?
Is he occasionally on giant water skis? That'd be pretty cool. So,
What is
I like that.
What is your interpretation of it? Do you think he has giant skis?
No, I think they have a big, like, inflatable floaty around his midsection, but he's on the shore.
He's on the shore. You just sit there like on his haunches.
He's sitting there with his vestigial arms trying to get some copper and some zinc on his nose so he doesn't burn.
Small arms.
Squirting the bottle.
Yeah, like the little playful stuff, because, like, real world, they would do exploitative things like that. So it's a...
Right, yeah. Why wouldn't they?
Exactly.
Correct.
I mean, you gotta...
Because, we're laughing about it. If we could do it in real life, I'd be like, So...
This poor, tortured, endangered, previously thought extinct species. Let's make money off it by dressing it up in water wingies.
Or throwing rings at their horns and like, 10 points. I got another little one. Just right on the nose.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
I would toss a ring. I might feel bad about it later, but in the moment, I would not say no. Yeah. I want to jump a little bit further on that. The ideas that they bring is fun for your imagination, and I think that this game as a whole invites a kind of role-playing experience by imagining what your guided tour is like. So there's a moment where I really enjoyed the game when I'm moving my little jeeple across my board.
Hold on, back to your tour thing.
Yes.
Sour, spelled the same way.
Yeah, and I say sour.
So okay.
I don't say sewer.
But why isn't it
or sour?
We're going on a Jeep Tower. Think about that one. But go on.
Oh my god. My brain has been recalled.
I think
you crazy.
Did I tell people the story of me working at the homeless shelter and why I say two are weird? Whatever. Was that on camera?
Yeah, I think you said that.
Go back and watch that so you can understand that just happened.
Milk.
Hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagined myself going on through the tour, what I would be if I was the tour guide, and how I would, be giving these silly speeches and setting things up. Like, well, hope y'all are ready for the giant dinosaurs, but right now we're going on this wild roller coaster ride. And that sounds silly, but that's what made it fun for me.
Give me your sales pitch for the Velociraptor culinary experience. You had this in your park.
I did have this in my park,
give me
and I
your sales pitch.
spammed this in my park. Okay, Johnny on the spot here. So, imagine eating the perfect steak. Sizzled, seared, butter, rosemary. Smells perfect. It flops down in front of your plate. And then you notice that the server's hands aren't hands, but tiny little vestigial arms with long claws. You look up, you see with an apron and a chef's plate, your host of the evening, Velociraptor, made popular by IPs such as Blank World or Blank Park. And you dine just before he eats you, I guess. That's what I would say, because a lot of people died in that experience in my park. People kept going, but people kept dying.
Yeah. Chef Velociramsey was
Chef Velociramsey! Gosh darn
nice.
it, it was right there in front of my face!
It's okay, I got you. That's why we're here. We
That's
work
why
together.
we're bros.
Yeah.
That's why we're friends.
Yeah, absolutely. I would go there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to go there before, but now I'm definitely going there.
Right. Now that you know that there's for sure a chef's hat on the Velociraptor.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. I would have to say my pro, we kind of already nailed it on the head here. The theme.
Yeah.
Like, it's just immaculate and amazing and everything that I wanted from this and more. And I don't think I would play this game if it was something else. I would not play this game if it was a normal zoo.
No one wants a normal zoo.
Yeah. I play this game because dinosaurs.
Yeah, I can go to a normal zoo in real life.
I am also a big fan of how unabashed they are in what they're doing.
Yes, they are very clearly ripping off
Jurassic Park.
No, this is Jurassic World. Dinosaur Island was Jurassic Park.
Correct.
But,
and it's just...
no shame.
No shame. It's
good
fantastic.
on ya.
I also think that we all share a love over all of the mechanics involved in this game.
Absolutely, yeah.
Was anybody planning on bringing that up right now, or
No,
I mean, I was just...
Okay.
I'll kind of jump in on it. The game's just fun.
yes?
It's just really fun to play. Like, you're just going around beep, 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 and having fun. And the G-pulls and the attention to detail on, like, the actual meeple workers that you have. Mm-hmm. Like, the little VC guy is... Yeah, he has a little cane and the hat. And,
And they're green like money.
Yeah. Just sure.
Sure.
And it's like, that's awesome. Look at them go. I think the scientists have, like, little... Do they have, like, the little...
No, they got, like, the mad scientist hairs.
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
I think that there are a lot of cool original mechanics because you enjoyed the boredom mechanic, especially.
The boredom mechanic is really cool.
Yeah,
because a lot of other engine things, you just set your engine and go. This kind of deters you from doing the same thing. Yes, you can, but
as a series of diminishing returns, so that you're not enticed to do the same thing over and over and over again.
Which I still did do that, and
but you had to like do things before so that you can go back.
So I could make it work. I still didn't end up winning the game, so that strategy wasn't necessarily the best. But I think that anyone could see like all of our engines, every single one of them, they were working well, and I don't think that would have happened if we weren't all as engaged in the game by enjoying it so much.
Also, the fact that, like, you don't have to do specific things to win. Because the first time we played, I had 2 dinosaurs in my park total.
Yeah.
Everyone took selfies and I won. Second one, I had a couple dinosaurs. Still did other stuff.
50-50, yeah.
And then won. This one, I went super dinosaurs and won. There's lots of ways you can...
And I think that, like, depending on how other people play the game, it can really... So, like, typically with Euros, there's not that heavy interaction. But depending on how other people play their game, it can dramatically change how you want to play your game, right? Because since you went all in on dinosaurs right away and got all those deaths, it's like, I don't feel bad making a bunch of dinosaurs and having people die now either. Like, we're all in this together. Like, I'm here for it. But, like, when other people don't do it, you might, like, feel...
Yeah, you want to be the only guy getting people murdered.
You don't want 15 deaths while while the lowest guy has 1, right? You're done at the end of the game in that case, right? So it's nice that there's, like, it's not direct interaction, but it's like influence over each other, right? It's competitive in nature, right? Because that's what you're doing. You're building competitive islands, you're competitive companies. So it's like that weird like corporate espionage kind of thing where it's like, oh, I see what you're doing,
right?
I got to do that.
But and it really does provide a fun and friendly environment at the same time because of that competitive aspect. Like, if you can see somebody else kind of being wacky and crazy, it invites you to be wacky and crazy. So
more fun.
We are playing to win, but we're also just I was really like, I know that I'm just playing to have fun right now, and I don't feel bad, even though I'm not winning or didn't win. I would still play it again.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I've played this game a bunch. I've never even come close to winning, and I've had fun every single time I've played.
Every single time.
It's like, cool, when are we going to play Dinosaur World again? Like, yeah, who's gonna take the 30 minutes to set it up? Yeah.
Speaking of, let's talk about the lows and what we dislike about this game. I think that I was going to take the big one. This game is crazy hard to set up. It takes a long, long time. Today was a big shooting endeavor for us because we're in this different setup. We needed a bigger table because this game is so large. We tried to do a small 5-minute talk through of how you set everything up to make it as quick and easy and painless for everyone else as possible. But the fact is like it is not quick and easy and painless. It's long. It's painstaking. There's a lot of tiny little pieces. As much as I will play this game again, would love to play this game again, because of setup being so horrendous, I would be perfectly fine with never playing it again in my life. If I don't have to go through that again, and I didn't even do that much today. I just saw it happen, and I was like, I'm fully good. That is a lot of steps. No, thank you.
Sympathy fatigue.
Sympathy fatigue. But that kind of, I was hoping that would lead into the unboxing of it all.
Yeah, so normally punching cardboard is fun, and it's relaxing, and it's just satisfying. These little boredom tokens took me about half hour just for themselves, and then the rest of the cardboard took about another half hour, 45 minutes. They have like fake placeholders. They're just like useless things that you're popping out. Well, you could have just like moved those, condensed, had less things. Why? Also, when you put stuff away, they have it, the tray is set a specific way. Does not hold all your hexes right. So you pick up the board, hexes go everywhere. Also, like the scoreboard has to be at the bottom, but the things that go on top don't fit correctly. So this thing that I just paid monies for is bent because of the way it has to be put away. Why? Why are you like this?
Yes. And that's, in all honesty, that is an unacceptable quality control measure that you're having to put this in a certain way and it bends the board. Like, that's not cool, man. You just spent like $60 on this game. Like, and now I have a bent board.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the little boredom things, like boredom is a great mechanic. The way that is implemented,
Terrible.
Nope.
Terrible.
Nope. As a matter of fact, an easy way to improve that we did not do because we wanted to show, specifically I wanted to show everyone how bad this is to use little 6-sided dice.
Yeah.
They work immaculate. They're amazing. Instead of sitting there, one boredom, I need a 2 now, thanks. And they don't have like the tokens where they're double-sided, where like one side's a 1 and the other side's a 2.
It's
sense.
just the same thing all over.
It's just 1 on either side. It's like, oh my goodness, dude, you're destroying my will to live by doing this.
Killed so many trees.
Just do a little tiny D6 and you can just rotate it. Boom, problem solved.
Because there's only 5 rounds. You're never going higher than 5 board
Never.
ever.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep going on this while we're at it. The table space, exhibit everything. We had to do a whole different setup to play the game. When we were playing this a test time over at your house, we literally had 3 different tables set up. You had to get up and walk across the room to go check on your part.
My scoreboard was on the floor.
And then mine was on a couch. Like, I'm keeping track of my DNA on a couch. Like it was unpleasant, and a lot of that could have been simplified and improved. Right, so you have your tracking board, and then you have your park board. Very easily, you could have done this where it was one piece. And there's these wonderful spin dials that get used for everything in Fantasy Flight games. You could probably use that for DNA or threat or security.
You can even have multiple wheels, like, all on this big thing. Like, it'd be weird.
You're kind of blowing my mind right now.
Yeah.
And
There's so many moving pieces.
It's just like, well, why do you have to be so fiddly? Like, it's cool. Like, some of the things are really nice. I like the Jeeple.
Yeah, the name's hilarious, too.
Exactly. I laughed the first time I heard that. But it's just, you could have done so many things to improve it, and I'm just going to keep going on the quality control problems here, because we're going to go right to the rulebook. Rulebook for this is dense, and I would recommend it as a type of game that you play the first time, not to, like, win, but to learn. Right? And you're going to sit down with everyone, and you're just going to read the rulebook 1 page at a time and do what it says on the rulebook while you play the game. And you're going to read it so that everyone understands it. And technically, like, private actions all happen simultaneously, and, we announced our things that we were doing. We even do that when we're not filming. That's just how we play the game so that everyone understands. Like, you need to do that so people understand how to play the game.
Right.
And it's a very dense rulebook, but once you understand it, it's easy.
Yeah. Well, good thing they have player reference cards, right?
Funny story. Funny story. So the first time Larry and I were playing this game, we got the player reference cards, and we're like, "Oh, hey, to build a paddock, it's no dudes. You just buy it. Yeah,
it's just
cool."
monies.
And we go through the first turn, and all of us do a thing, and we all like buy different buildings and do things, and we're looking at the 3 boards that are set up on the table, and we go, "Well, why does that one say you have to spend a dude and money?" And then we look at the player reference cards, we look at the board, we look back at the player reference cards, and we're like, "What's going on?" And then we have to check the rule book, and we check the rule book, and we finally figured out that the player reference cards are wrong.
Completely wrong.
And not just once. They are wrong multiple times on the same player reference cards. Pandasaurus did put out a printed resource that you can print for this
Because
game.
ink's cheap.
Because ink's cheap, yeah. And I didn't just spend $65 on a game.
Right.
You couldn't have taken 10 minutes to do a quality control check to make sure that your player reference cards were printed right. Cool.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. It's just, come on, man. Come on, man.
I've never... I don't think we've ever played a game that was so fun and so great in so many ways, but has made so many unforgivable mistakes.
Yeah.
And because none of the mistakes are with the game and how it's played. The game...
It's all the physical parts.
It's all the physical parts of the game, and it's so frustrating.
The quality control for it was pretty rough.
Yeah, just fell flat.
And that's on Pandasaurus, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But
one thing that Pandasaurus, I don't know if anyone's approached you, this should be a video game. There's just too many moving pieces for people to reasonably keep track of. I think that we did still got a few things wrong in our playthrough.
Probably.
yeah,
the paddocks.
The paddock rules, yeah. One, we accidentally set 2 paddocks next to each other, or Larry did.
Yeah. Didn't come into play till in the game.
It didn't even then, it's like, whatever, who cares? Yeah. But there's a very critical rule that happens at the...
That's right.
I totally forgot.
Yes, the midpoint of the game.
I didn't forget. I did.
Yeah.
Turn 3, you move your welcome center to become the park entrance, and you have to move it 2 spaces away.
Yes.
Well, Mike didn't have
two
spaces. So you look at the rule book, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, it just says do it.
Just do it.
It's like, well...
Just figure it out.
It's like,
and then follow placement rules that are on page 10. You turn to page 10, it just says, hey, if you can't place a tile legally, you can't place it. Like, so what? You're not supposed to place your park out? You're just done. You're just out of the game? Now, there was an answer provided by Mr. Brian Lewis on BoardGameGeek.com that explains that when you do this, you take a discarded token, flip it upside down, and place it so that you can move your tile 2 places away. Mm-hmm. But he didn't say if the tile was like movable or functionable. How we interpreted it was that you can move through it, it just doesn't do anything. Mm-hmm. It still exists, right? It's still part of the park. It's just uninhabited.
Yeah.
Jungle.
A nice little pasture.
But how do you not have that in the rules? Did like no one in playtesting like make a condensed park? Because you had a good park going. It was
right. I had a machine that was giving me points. I brought people to go eat steaks with a velociraptor, and they were loving it. You were saying?
But yeah, like did no one else have that happen to them?
I guess
they were so preoccupied.
They
They could. They didn't stop to think if they should.
Right.
You crazy son of a bitch.
I think that is a wonderful way to go up to think if we approve of this game or not. And I'm pretty torn because it's so much fun.
It is really fun.
It's so bad to set up. The rules are so rough.
The thing is, I would not play it again because of its setup. If somebody set it up for me...
I'm saying you walked into a room and it's there.
If I walk into a room and it's there, I would be ecstatic.
Would you buy this off the shelf?
No.
Okay.
Knowing what I know, absolutely not. Also, I know that Larry has it.
Yeah.
I might have bought this for Larry as a gift. I'm gonna say I approve because it at least needs one thumbs up for sure. Are we all gonna give it a thumbs down?
I was gonna give it an up.
I'm here for dinosaurs. There's a lot of
much prefer digital version.
Yeah,
Oh
digital
my God.
version.
I play
would
the
be
crap out of
great.
a digital version.
We would. Be
I would
doing
single
it
player that all
nonstop.
day.
Yeah, I don't need friends. Like, boom.
I don't need friends. Like, I don't even like you guys. But yeah,
all of the rules, the mechanics, they all work great. Make a computer do it for us, please.
And if you are going to play this game, there's ways to simplify it, just using dice that make it far easier and less fiddly.
Yeah. And maybe you enjoy putting all these tiny pieces together.
Don't even pop out the boredom tokens.
Yeah, leave them.
Just don't.
Just go for the D6. Go buy a bag of D6 from your local game store, and it'll be great.
Yes.
It'll work way better.
Yes.
But with that, 3 out of 3 guys approve. I think that we've said everything that we need to say.
Can we put an asterisk on this?
An asterisk on this? Yeah.
3 out of 3, just asterisks.
Asterisks.
Well, I mean, we approve of the game, and again, just everything physical about it, we don't approve.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
It is.
It's such an odd feeling.
Kind of glad it's this divisive, but
Who would have known that such strong feelings would come from Dinosaur World? It's just really conflicting.
But guys, if you've played Dinosaur World and you agree or disagree with us, let us know down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We have a Patreon. Please go check that out and support it. Are we going to have a...
Yeah, it's sold on Amazon, I think.
Is so...
Yeah,
okay, perfect.
it's on Amazon.
We'll go check down below if you want to purchase this game and support the show. Get your copy of it, even though it's hard to set up. Follow our advice, and you guys should be fine.
yeah,
Or
but
maybe a
buy
super
it so I
easy.
can buy more games. That's,
Oh, buy it so we can buy more games.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But from my left, this is...
Tony.
I'm Michael. This is...
Dinosaur King.
I guess we're the guys of the Beholder. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night!
Bye.
Bye!
Do 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 do.